Every once in a while, we get an email into the show that's like, dude, you got to call my friend right now because they're in a weird situation. We just got one of those from a guy named Brent. He emailed us and said we had to call his good friend Derek immediately because he has a second date update. Derek, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, I'm not going to tell everybody your issue that Brent said in the email, but what is your issue right now?
Gosh, where do I start with this? I'm sitting here at this girl's apartment. I went on a date with her last night, and everything went great. She's really cool, and I ended up spending the night, but I'm kind of stuck here right now because she left early this morning. I think she went to work, and she told me to hang around and to wait for a package or something. So there's a really important package. Please hang around. And so I've been waiting, but it's been I'm almost 4 hours now. And
Derek, why don't you just...
I'm sitting here in this apartment just kind of I already took out the trash.
You're just hanging out in her apartment waiting for a package. Why don't you leave? You don't know her that well.
Well, she was really adamant about this. It was important, and I told her I'd do it. And I only met this girl last night. I met her online. It was our first date last night, and I don't want to blow it. She's a cool girl.
So there's no other weird things that are. I mean, I'm just worried a little bit about you.
Yeah, have you had a chance to go through all her stuff yet? Check out her medicine cabinets.
Well, he's got 4 hours to kill, dude.
Yeah, I had to get the lay of the land, you know what I mean? So, and 4 hours, I've been looking around. She's kind of messy, I will say that, but I've been cleaning up.
Have you tried to call her and be like, hey, no package yet, it's been 4 hours?
Yeah, I've called her, text her, left her voicemail. I may have to bait here pretty soon because I was supposed to be at work 2 hours ago.
Derek, I'm not sure who's more strange, you or the girl who asked you to stay.
I'll let you be the judge on that one, but I'm feeling pretty stupid right now, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, I feel like that's something you ask of your boyfriend, not of somebody that you just met.
Well,
if she could have just been a little bit more specific with the time, but she made it seem like it was going to be right, it'll be here any minute.
Derek,
I think that's the last thing she said.
Your buddy emailed us and said we had to call you right away. What do you want our help with? Do you want just our advice on what to do in this situation? I would just leave if I were you.
Okay. I've had that thought probably every 10 minutes for the last 3 hours. But she's a really cool girl, and I got to make a first impression. I got to show her that, look how responsible I was. You asked me to do something, I got it done. I took care of it. And so if it was a big deal, which she made it seem like I don't want to screw up something, you know what I mean?
Wait. What makes her so cool?
She's probably just really hot.
Yeah, let's get real. Let's spend the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that was to the point.
If he's waited 4 hours for a package for her, she's definitely hot. So, hey, all right, can we try to call her then?
Oh, please. I've called probably 10 times. Good luck.
She hasn't answered the phone for you?
No.
Okay. All right, we're going to try to call her. We're going to play a song, come back, call her, and then I guess you could call it a second date update. I don't know.
We're still in the middle of the first date, I think.
All right, we're going to call her after this. Hang on, man.
All right, go.
I want to be...
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Derek, if this girl that you hooked up with last night isn't answering any of your calls, why do you think she's going to pick up the phone when we call?
I'm kind of hoping maybe it's from a different number or...
Okay. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. It's the second part of the second date update. It's kind of strange. This one.
Yeah.
A guy emailed us and said we had to call his friend Derek right away. So we called Derek. We found out that Derek is in a girl's apartment who we hooked up with last night. He's been there for 4 hours waiting for a package because she said, I need you to be there when this package, please. It's very important. Just wait here. He's been trying to get a hold of her because he's you said you were late for work, right?
Yeah, I was supposed to be at work 2 hours ago.
Okay. I told Derek to leave, but he still doesn't want to leave. He wants to show her that he's a responsible guy and he can help her out.
Don't you think you look kind of pathetic just staying there?
I think 4 hours is the threshold. After 4 hours, it's pathetic.
It's been nice. Nice guy.
The longer you stay, the more pathetic it gets. All right. Well, we're going to call her. We're not going to tell her that you're on the phone, okay?
Okay, good.
So just hang out.
This is weird.
Yeah, this is super weird.
Hey, is this Alyssa?
Yes, it is.
Alyssa, how are you? I work in the apartment complex that you live in, And we understand you have a squatter in your apartment. Would you like to talk about that?
Wait, I don't understand what?
This is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I have a buddy named Derek, and you've kidnapped him. And I want him back.
Wait,
You know what I mean by that?
Derek, like from last night? You know him?
Yes, Derek from last night.
Okay, so why are you calling?
I'm calling because Derek is in your apartment right now, and he's been waiting for a package for 4 hours, and he's been trying to get a hold of you to ask, like, hey, is this package going to arrive anytime soon, or can I just go? And you haven't been answering the phone, so Derek asked me to call you.
Yeah, he said he'd wait for my package to arrive, so...
Right. But you can see how that's kind of strange, right? Like, you just met him last night.
I mean, he just seemed like such a nice guy. I thought, he wouldn't mind. Like, we had a good time.
Okay. Have you gotten his text messages and phone calls, though?
I saw a text, but I've been in some meetings and stuff, so I guess I didn't really notice.
You realize he's been at your house for 4 hours, right?
Well, yeah, but, I mean, you know how delivery things go. You never really know when they're going to show up, so...
I feel like she's using him.
Yeah. You're just using the dude to wait around your house for a package.
No, I mean, we just talked, and he didn't seem to mind at all, so, I'll get back to him in a little bit.
Do you feel bad that he himself has his own job to go to and that you might be making him late?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't really seem to be too concerned when I asked him. I mean, he didn't really say that was going to be a problem or anything.
What are you talking about? You made it seem like the package was going to be here. That, like you said, it was going to just any minute now.
Hey,
Wait,
Alyssa, that's Derek on the phone.
Hey.
He's been on the other line.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Hey, Alyssa. I've been at your place for like 4 hours. Like, I had to go a while ago. I'm calling you. Like, how did they get a hold of you? What's going on?
Well,
You kind of could have given me a heads up. Hey, my package is going to be 4 hours. Can you wait?
Well, I didn't know. I've been tracking it online this morning to see, and then, once I got there, I would just call and check in. I just really need your help when that package gets there.
What's in the package, Alyssa? I'm curious. Like, what's so important that you're going to make this random dude hang out at your place forever and wait for it?
And miss work.
And you're not even really apologizing.
Well, it's this new dresser. And so, because I'm horrible at building these things, so I just want to make sure that it all gets in there and built right. So
Wait, who's going to build it?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I need Derek to help me.
You're making me wait here to build you a dresser?
I'm not making you do anything. Like, you said you'd help me. Like, I thought you were so nice, and you would just help.
Is that okay?
Oh my God.
Alyssa, is that true? Like, is this one of those things that shows up and is put together by the delivery man, or were you hoping that Derek would put it together for you?
I think it has some, like, assembly that needs to happen, so...
So you were hoping that Derek would put together your dresser?
Well, yeah.
Oh, Alyssa, are you interested in Derek at all romantically?
Are you more interested in not having to put together a dresser yourself and having a guy that you hooked up with last night do it for you?
Well, no. I mean, I really, had a good time with Derek, so I just thought it was, convenient that he could stay, too. Like, it just all worked out great.
That's like a well thought out plan, but that sucks for me. I could have came over another time when I didn't have to work and helped you with the dresser. Like, you could have just told me that. You didn't have to tell me, hey, there's going to be a package here any minute. Please, it's important. And then run out the door. Like,
well, I mean, it is important because if someone's not there, they won't drop it off.
Okay, yeah, right. Alyssa,
you could have just asked. Like, you could have just told me what was going on. Like, I'll help you with the dresser. That's no problem. Like, maybe give me the tracking number. Maybe I could track the package and find out. Maybe I can come back and meet him or something. So I don't have to sit around here and wait all day.
Derek, she tried to trick you into putting together a dresser. Don't be willing to do it anymore.
Too nice, man.
Kind of sound like a dumbass at this point.
Or like a pushover.
Well, no, I think he sounds like a nice guy that he'd help me.
Of course you do.
But Alyssa, are you really attracted to a guy who's going to wait around 4 hours to put together a dresser for you, no questions asked?
I think it's great that he'd be happy to do it. Like, I think that's really sweet.
I'm happy to do it. You just need to kind of give me the heads up, give me the info. Just like I have to go to work, and like I'll do it for you. Like, do you have tools? Do I need to bring over tools or whatever? But
he's gonna do
Derek,
it.
you're a nice guy, but are you worried that you're gonna get taken advantage of? If this is your first date, what happens down the line?
Well, obviously we need to work on our communication.
Obviously.
Or you need to learn to not get used. She's using you, Derek.
Derek.
He's
All
falling
right.
for it.
Well, Derek, it sounds like you're going to put together the dresser.
And
I will
Alyssa-
pay for lunch for you if you want to take a break from putting together the dresser and have lunch with Alyssa when she gets back.
Well, yeah, like I still need to figure out when it's coming. So, like, yeah, we'll make a good time out of it. Maybe we'll order some food and just put together a freaking dresser.
Gosh, Alyssa,
man.
you must be smoking hot.
Yeah, a dresser date?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I think that sounds great.
Yeah, I bet you do. All right, well, I'm glad this worked out for you two.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
We're about to talk to Dylan right now. Dylan emailed us about a girl named Nikki. Dylan, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, how are you? Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm all right.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I feel like you need to talk in a softer voice.
Dylan. Happy Valentine's Day.
Jubal.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, Dylan.
I'm not going to stop until you say it back to me, Dylan. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, all right.
There it is, Dylan.
Dylan, why don't you tell us about the girl that you want us to call for you?
Her name is Nikki. We've known each other for, it's been like 10 years now. We met in college.
Oh.
She's just an awesome, awesome girl. We got along really well, and just over the past 10 years, there's always been, I think, something between us, but it's one of those situations where she's always dating someone or I'm dating someone, and recently she broke up with the guy that she had been seeing, or I guess he dumped her. So this is the first time, and I guess in recent memory, where we're both single. And I just feel like it's the right time to sort of make my move, because it's been hanging out now for the last 10 years, and it's always been something that I've wanted, so might as well go for it,
You want to pick up that rebound.
Yeah. Get her while she's vulnerable.
Dylan, are you saying that you didn't go on a date with her yet? This is going to be the first time you've talked to her about your feelings?
So it's kind of strange, because like I said, we're friends, and we hang out with a group of friends, and we took her out to sort of raise her spirits, and that night we just sort of walked off, the two of us, and we had a couple of drinks, and she just said, I really just want to find somebody that I can create a life with, and somebody who's a good friend as well as like, a partner, like a romantic partner.
Right.
Wow.
And so I wasn't sure if she was giving me sort of a signal, like, make your move or don't, but I felt like it was sort of her way of saying, like, yeah, I think I feel the same way that you do.
So you feel like she might have been hinting at the fact that she has an attraction to you too?
Yeah, I mean, she's known that we've been friends for a long time, and I sense it, and I'm sure she senses that there's an attraction there between the two of us. It's not a one-sided thing. So, yeah, I think she was sort of inviting this.
Okay.
Did you go ahead then, or did you not go ahead? Like, in that moment, did you take that moment to kiss her? It sounds perfect.
No, I didn't kiss her.
Dylan.
I wanted to, but we were also there to cheer her up. She had just broken up with somebody, and I don't want to seem like, I don't want to be just like a quick rebound sort of thing. It's a little more special than
You're
that.
at a party for her to feel better from being broken up with. Might not be the best time if you like want a long relationship with this girl to try to swoop in there. Yeah. Maybe ask her for like a legit date and talk to her about it, than just being like, yeah, forget about that guy. Let's do this. It's like being at a funeral, just being like, hey, we should get out of this place, shouldn't we?
I like that. Like being at a funeral. I like when he died.
I like that Jubal is promoting being a gentleman right now.
I know.
And
Right?
Brooke's like,
weird.
do it. Kiss
Yeah,
him.
you should just jump on her right there.
Come on, that would
Get
be, like,
in the picture.
Wait, are you wanting our help to like make this declaration of love and ask her out on a date?
Yeah, I'd like to do something kind of special, so.
Oh, we should totally do it.
On Valentine's Day.
Nope, we're not going to do it.
Yes, we
Come
are.
on,
We
Jubal.
just talked to this guy for 4 minutes to not do it.
Wait, no.
What do you guys think? All right. Hey, Dylan, we're going to call her right after this. All right. We're going to play a song, come back, and get your second date update. All right.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
It is a special Valentine's Day second date update. I figure we should start that with the most romantic song ever written.
Oh, yeah?
I don't
Yeah.
trust you.
If I was a boy.
Yeah, that's right. The beautiful tones of one Justin Bieber is going to get us into this part of the second date update because Dylan wants to call his friend Nikki and ask if he can be her boyfriend.
Don't play this music.
Yeah.
Dylan, how long have you known Nikki?
10 years.
10 years. She recently broke up with a longtime boyfriend. They hung out like in a group of friends the other night at her post-breakup party where everybody got together to make her feel good. Dylan says that they went off into the corner and talked and she was giving him a vibe. And he thinks that she knows that he's into her too. So he wants us to call her right now and sort of break the news that he wants to date her.
It's been 10 years, and this is the first time I'm saying this, so I'm a little nervous about it.
Cool. I wouldn't worry about it because it usually doesn't complicate things. So,
You felt this way for longer than just the other night, right?
She's always been on my radar, and I have just realized in the last, year and a half that she's somebody who I could really see being with.
Yeah.
and now is the perfect timing.
God, I hope it works out. Please
She's
work it out.
battered, broken.
And it's a really low-key, not stressful day.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Not on Valentine's Day. This is, everything's aligning for you right now.
Yeah, and on the radio.
Dylan. Here we go. You ready to call her?
Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be.
All right, here we go.
Good luck, Dylan.
I'm excited.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Nikki, please?
this is Nikki.
Nikki, happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's creepy.
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine. This is the radio.
Yes. I'm calling because I wanted to talk to you for a second about a friend of yours named Dylan. You know Dylan, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, Dylan has been a friend of yours for how long? Like 10 years?
Yeah, 10 or 11 maybe. Yeah.
All right. So you guys have been friends for a long time. Dylan recently told us that you went through a breakup. Sorry to hear that.
Okay. This is very personal.
He didn't tell us, that's all he said. He didn't give us any of the details. If you want to give me some of the details, I'll listen. But
That's not why we're calling.
he just said that you recently went through a breakup and he ended up hanging out with you and a bunch of friends the other night. And he said that when you guys were out the other night talking, you were saying how you wanted a boyfriend who was also a good friend and everything else. And he felt like you were giving him signals like you might be interested too. So Dylan wanted us to call you and ask if you would be interested in going out with him.
Dylan wants to take me on a date, like a romantic date.
Yes, the most romantic date ever.
Oh my God, tonight?
I don't know when. He just said he wants to take out, but tonight would be perfect. It is Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
What do you think of Dylan?
He's a great guy.
That sounded like you just sort of slugged him on the shoulder, like you're a nice buddy.
You're nice.
Yeah, he's like my brother.
Oh, no.
Okay, we don't want to hear
Whoa, 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 whoa. I am like your brother? Come on, Nikki.
Dylan?
Yeah, Nikki, that's Dylan. He was on the other line listening. Sorry about that.
Oh my God.
I'm a little confused because the other night when we were sitting outside and you were talking about you want to date somebody who's a friend, maybe I'm completely wrong, but Nikki, I think you were giving me all the signals to say, go for it. At least that's what it seemed like to me.
I am so sorry. That is not what I was intending for it to be, at all.
So you literally think of Dylan as a brother and not in sexual way or any sort of attractive way at all?
No, not at all. And furthermore, I would feel a little bit uncomfortable dating two people at the same time.
What?
You're dating somebody?
You just broke up with somebody.
Hey, she's gonna rebound. Don't mess with her. All right.
Well,
Who are you dating?
no, I mean, not seriously, obviously, but Scott just asked me out. Our buddy Scott.
Another
Are
friend?
you kidding me? Are you serious? When did he ask
Yeah.
you out?
Yesterday.
What a mother...
Dylan, is Scott a good friend of yours?
I told Scott that I was going to ask you out. Like, this is unreal to me. I confided in him. I told him how I felt about you, and this is what he does. He goes out and asks you out.
Oh, this is not how I want a Valentine's
I
Day to go.
I have no idea. He, to be totally honest, had some stuff to say about you, too. Like, I don't know what you guys have going on between you, but
Nikki,
clearly you guys need to have this discussion, maybe not on the radio.
Nikki, you're like that hot girl in the group of friends that every single dude wants to date, right?
Oh, yeah, maybe. That'd be great.
Okay.
That's okay.
I haven't been single in a long time. This is all very new for me.
So you're like hanging out with your friends like sharks in a feeding frenzy. Yeah. So Dylan, you talked to Scott and told him that you wanted to ask Nikki out, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you should go for it."
Yeah, he was like, "Cool, bro. That sounds like." And he even said, "He's like, you guys. It seems like there's something there." Like he recognized it as well.
Dude, that's breaking bro code.
Like Nikki, I think you're really awesome, and it's just a little messed up that you would go out with this guy who's talking trash about somebody else. You know, like, is that really who you want to date?
I know what I just said, but he wasn't being like crazy mean. He was just like, we were just talking about everybody. Like, I'm been spending a lot of time with my friends, and it's been really comforting right now. And he wasn't
but now knowing that I confided in him, and then he goes and backstabs me. Like, just think about, look, if you don't have feelings for me, like, granted, that doesn't make me feel great, of course, but think about who you're dating now with this guy. Like, that's just not the road you want to go down.
You're doing the exact same thing to him. Also, how did I get in the middle of this all of a sudden? That is not what I
You did it because Dylan was smart enough to call us. Yeah. Thanks, Dylan. Hey, Nikki, would love to offer you a date with Dylan, though. We'll pay for it. You're not seriously dating his buddy, Scott, who, frankly, did go behind his back and ask you out. You should think about that. So why don't you go out with Dylan instead? We'll pay for it.
I don't want to be rude. Would you pay for the date with Scott?
Oh, did you really
did not just say that, Nikki.
Oh,
I understood where you were coming from.
I don't know Scott, but he sounds like a go-getter, so maybe.
It just sounds like he must be really hot.
Yeah, is Scott hot, Nikki?
Yeah, he's not bad. He's
Yeah. He's hotter than Dylan. That's what Nikki's saying.
Oh, come on.
Dylan, do you have anything else to say to Nikki?
Oh my gosh.
I guess it's just, it changes the way that I sort of see you, and I wish that wasn't the case, but it does, so.
Whoa, no! We've been together through everything. You can't end our friendship over this.
You want to still stay friends, Nikki, after all this?
Yeah. I would like to pretend that none of this ever happened, to be totally honest.
Look, I mean, this whole thing with Scott, like,
right.
I just think I need to step away from this circle of people. Like, it's just...
No!
It's just a little weird to me right now.
All I have to say is, I am so glad a successful Valentine's Day second date. Love is grand. Not only a relationship ruined in the romantic sense, but also a friendship gone.
No!
God, I love Valentine's Day.
What have we done?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Ann, please?
This is she.
Hey, Ann, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you? You familiar?
Is this like an ad thing, or like you're trying to like sell something, or
No, I'm not a telemarketer. Although I hear it pays well, and I might do that soon. But I'm actually calling from a radio show, Brooke and Jubal in the morning, on the radio station Moving 92.5.
I'm not on the radio though, right?
You are on the radio, yes.
Oh, why?
We do a segment on our show where listeners email us about people they've gone on dates with who don't call them back. Somebody emailed us about you. His name is Josh.
Josh called the radio station?
Yes.
Okay. Weird.
He thought maybe you were blowing him off.
No. I'm just working every single day, like 12 hours a day.
Oh.
Basically, I'm up for a promotion at work right now, but so I just texted him that I was really busy, and that's all I can think about right now is work.
Okay, so
this
you
week, need to be doing my work.
You planned on calling him back then?
Yeah, I was going to call him this weekend.
So he was a little premature in thinking that you didn't want to go out with him.
Yeah, I mean, we had a really great date. I don't know why I wouldn't want to go out with him. I mean, now I'm a little bit like weirded out about this thing, but
this is a first.
Yeah. So you actually legitimately were just busy.
Well, yeah, but I also told him that.
That never happens.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time when people say they're busy, they're usually like, I don't want to see him again, so I'm just going to let him down easily.
No, we had a really good date. It's just that I've never been this busy before.
You know, I thought that you weren't calling him back because of his secret.
Oh, Jubal.
What?
I thought you weren't calling him back because of the, the secret that he has.
No, dude.
What do you like? What secret?
No, don't go there. We don't need to go there.
Why don't we just do it now, Josh? Just get it out in the open.
Oh.
Man,
trust me.
But everything's cool.
It'll be better this way, though. It'll be better for you this way. We just get it out there.
What's going on?
Oh, no.
Is he on the phone?
Yes, he is. Josh.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Josh, say hello to Ann.
Hi, Ann. I know this is insane, but I find out why I hadn't heard from you because I just had such a great time with you. And I thought that you probably found out this secret about me from one of our friends, and I just...
I'm actually, really weirded out that people keep saying secret.
Josh, you should just probably...
Laurie, let me just... It's something I'm not proud of, but I'm not really ashamed of either, and I'll explain the whole thing. I'm a male stripper on the weekends.
Is this a joke?
No, it's not. I'll answer any questions you want, but just know that I don't sleep with them. I'm doing it to buy a house, extra money. And when I was on that date with you, it was like magic. And there's no way I would ever want to be with anybody else or anything like that. It's not like that. It's just for the money.
So, you when you say stripper, what do you mean?
Well, bachelorette parties and stuff. I go and and it's cheesy, but it's not super lewd. I take my clothes off and dance around, and they put money in my G-string.
Wait, it is like that?
Like a stripper, but it's like.
Wait, do you do this for women, or do you do it for guys?
Good question.
Who are you stripping for?
That's a good point.
No, I told them early on that I wouldn't do guy events. They pay more, but that's not my thing.
I was thinking about hiring you, Josh.
And do you do this on stage? I don't I don't understand how someone gets into this.
I do this on what?
Do you answer an ad on Craigslist, or how did this happen?
Ann has a lot of questions for you, Josh.
It's really just all about the money, and I would hate for my second job to ruin what I thought was probably the most unbelievable date I've ever been on, and maybe ever will be on. And I just think you're wonderful, and I want to go out with you again.
So, here's my question. So, okay, so we know some of the same people, and if you were afraid that I was going to find out from them, why didn't you just tell me?
It is kind of a big bomb to drop. I haven't had a real relationship in over a year, and the closest I've come, the second they found out, it was over. And I just want you to know me, and I want you to know what's in my heart, not judge that.
He's more than just a beautiful body.
Yeah.
And that's what he's trying to say. What's going through your mind, Ann? Would it bother you to date somebody who strips?
I honestly don't know. I definitely am just shocked. I am shocked.
Would you give him a crisp dollar bill in his G-string instead of an ultimatum? And that brings me to my question. Would you like to go out on a second date with Josh? Now, you said that you wanted to go out with him again. Now that you know his secret, and that's out in the air, that he is a stripper on the weekends, will you go out with him again? We will pay for your second date.
Well, I feel like I'm always that person that feels like I'm always saying to people, you should give them a second chance. So,
awesome.
Yes, I would give him a second chance, but definitely make it a public place, since he clearly does crazy things sometimes, call radio stations.
All right. Okay.
Yes!
We'll send you guys out somewhere with no pole so you can get to know the real Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, congratulations.
Woo!
Rock on.
And you know what? I'm glad you gave Josh a second chance and you're going out with him again.
Yeah.
Okay, you can tell that he likes you a lot, and I think you're making the right decision.
Yeah, well, we did have a really fun first date.
Think about it this way. If this turns into a really good thing and you guys get married, you already got your bachelorette party all figured out. Yeah. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Hello?
Hey, is this Martin?
Yeah.
How are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. You got a second?
Are you calling me about the phrase that pays?
No, Martin, we are not calling you about the $1,000 phrase that pays. I'm sorry.
Oh, because Moving 92.5 plays all the hits.
Yes. Yes, we do. I'm sorry, though. That's not going to win you $1,000, Martin. We're calling about a second date update. Somebody that went on a date with you emailed us to call you and ask you why you haven't called him back.
Oh, no.
Kind of a bummer, isn't it?
That somebody would be Megan, a girl that took you to a place called the Crab Pot.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Okay. Since your date, you haven't gotten back to her, and she's texted you once. Is there a particular reason why you haven't called her back?
You know, I don't feel like I should say all this stuff on the radio. You know what I mean?
Think about it this way, though. She emailed us to get an answer from you. So if it's something weird about her, she's kind of asking for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird. It's like we went on one date. Like, we don't have to have like a whole breakup conversation
But
for
Martin,
one date. You know what I mean?
The first thing you did was start laughing when you heard her name.
And you went on one date, but she really liked you and wanted to go out again. So, I mean, you can at least tell her why you don't want to see her again if you don't want to see her.
You might be helping her out for the future.
All right, you know, if she's like calling into the radio station because she wants to know this, then all right.
Okay, so why didn't you call her back?
So we go to the Crab Shack place, right?
Yep.
There's like newspaper all over the place. There's, you know, these like mallets you like hit the crabs with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you like it? Did you have fun?
Not really my thing, honestly. Not really my thing. You know, I like knives and forks and tables and things like that.
Okay.
But that's not the reason I didn't call her back.
So what's the reason?
I mean, she's a cute girl, nice little body, cute face, very feminine, but she's got man hands.
What?
They look like they should be like I don't know, catching footballs or something like that. And she's sitting across the table from me, and she's got she's like tearing into these crabs. Like,
Thanks for the
like she's a Wolverine or something.
Martin.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for the visual. Secondly, Megan is on the phone right now and just heard that.
You think I have man hands? Were you drunk? I do not have man hands. Are you kidding me?
Listen, they
Oh my gosh, you really didn't have the nerve to call me?
Megan, what do you want me to do? Call you and say I don't want a second date because you have man hands?
No,
I mean, that's silly. You know,
be nice.
like between
be
that
respectful.
and the Crab Shack thing, you know.
All right, so you just didn't have a good time on the date. You didn't really want to go to the crab pot, and you think she has man
Oh,
hands.
that's so mean, you guys.
Oh my, I don't even believe it.
So,
never in my life have I heard that, Martin. Thank you for making me feel just horrendous.
Megan,
Thank you.
don't get a complex about it if nobody else has brought it up before. He may just be picky dude. Are you a picky dude, Martin?
You know, maybe.
You don't really want to be with someone, Megan, that's not attracted to all of you. And clearly he sounds like kind of a D-bag.
I think so, and just rude and mean. And who would say that about somebody?
He's just using it as an excuse because Martin doesn't really want to be in a relationship.
You're right. This is my problem.
I can't believe that I went out with someone who was so incredibly shallow. Of all features, you pick somebody's hand?
You have hands like a linebacker, Megan. I don't know what to tell you.
You have eyes like an insect.
There you go.
Girl, Megan.
You guys sound like a good couple there.
Yeah.
Well, Megan, the bottom line is you found out now that you probably don't really sync up with him and you wouldn't have wanted to go on any more dates with him.
Actually, yeah, and I'm so glad that he got that out, whether it was on the radio or not. I don't want to go out with someone so shallow.
Okay.
I bet there's a lot of men that enjoy women with strong hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she didn't even have to use her mallet. She just clawed the crabs open the
you
whole time.
won't ever have to open a jar for her? Sorry, Megan. Leave her alone.
Either way, I just like how you guys are ripping on Martin for making fun of her hands, and then Brooke just starts piling on. Megan, I'm sorry about this. I think you have lovely hands.
I do too.
Thank you.
It's just
I just have my nails done, so I feel pretty now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. So, Martin, you don't want to go out with Megan again. I'm sure Megan doesn't want to go out with you again, right? Both you guys have agreed on that?
No.
Correct.
Yeah. You know, when it's not right, there's no sense in sorry, I was going to Say, make another hand joke.
So the emailer for today's second date update asked that I be gentle and nice to her.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
She knows you then.
She was apparently hesitant to email us about a second date update after hearing all the crazy ones. Her name's Deanna. Deanna, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I promise to be nice to you.
Okay, good.
Don't believe him.
Yeah. Her email said that she's never had trouble getting dates in the past and that you've always dated meatheads, but you actually went out with a nice guy and you really liked him, right?
Yeah. My friend set me up on a blind date with him, and they said that we would have a lot in common.
What were you attracted to? I mean, because if this isn't your like typical dude that you go after, did you feel like there was a spark or?
I was really comfortable around him, and he made me laugh. It was just like an instant connection.
Okay.
Was he hot?
He wasn't like the muscly guys that I usually date, but he was cute.
Okay.
Like scrawny and nice.
So, he had a way of making me feel really comfortable, and he was really funny, which was nice. He was good at pool. He taught me how to play pool.
Oh, did he do one of those like reach behind you and show you how to move the pool stick moves?
No, I was kind of hoping he would, but he didn't.
So what did you do on the date?
We just went for a drink and played pool for a couple hours. And then I felt like that's another thing that I really liked, is that he was a gentleman. He walked me to my car afterwards and hugged me, and that was it.
And what was the last thing that happened at your car? He hugged you, he made plans, he said he'd call you.
We didn't really make plans. I texted him after the date saying, like, thanks for the date. I had a great time.
Uh-huh.
And I've never heard back from him, and it's been a week.
That's weird.
And you can't think of anything that happened on the date that might have caused him to not want to call you back?
No, not at all.
You're not like a pool shark and you took him for all his money.
No.
At any time, did you compare him to maybe an ex-boyfriend or describe that he was so different than the guys that you were used to dating?
No, not at all.
You're so wimpy. Usually the guys I date have muscle tone. It's pretty weird.
It's crazy. You have body fat.
I would understand why he wasn't messaging me.
What are your normal dates like when you go out to meatheads that you go out with usually?
They usually call immediately, like the next day, or have some sort of contact. I've never just had somebody not respond to a text message and then not hear from them in an entire week.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a long time, a week, right?
Yeah, it is. Well, it's weird that he wouldn't text you back, because I always think it's a good move to send the text right after the date.
Yeah.
Thanks for the night. I think I support that move.
Yeah.
There's just something that sounds like he wasn't maybe that into you.
How could that be possible? No.
That is a good question.
It could be.
That is a good question.
Maybe he's playing hard to get. Maybe he wants you to wonder. So he's like, I'll let her wait it out for a week.
Sure.
I don't know. A week is kind of a long time, though.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Maybe he's like every other Seattle man, and instead of being passive aggressive, he's just passive.
Yeah, that's it. All right. You ready to call him?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update. Hang on for me, okay?
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Okay, Deanna, you ready to go?
Yes.
If you're just tuning in to the second date update, we're about to call Nathan. He went out with Deanna. They had a fun time, played pool, had a hug at the end of the night. She thought everything went well. Texted him at the end of the evening like, hey, thanks for taking me out. I had so much fun with you. And
Sure, that's exactly how it went.
that's how it sounded. And
Again, sounds like Mario.
and he never responded to her at all. It has been a week, and she wants to figure out why.
Jubal, you promised to be nice.
Yes, I will. I'll be perfectly nice.
Dean, I forgot to ask you, because you were set up by a mutual friend and it was a blind date. Is there any information coming in from her?
No.
No.
I tried to get a hold of them, and they said he hasn't said anything to them.
Weird.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Hello?
Can I speak to Nathan, please?
Yeah, this is Nathan.
Nathan, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
What?
Host a radio show here in Seattle on Moving 92.5. Have you heard of us, Brooke and Jubal in the morning?
Yeah. Why are you calling me?
You went out on a date with a girl named Deanna a little while ago, like a week ago.
What's going on?
I'll explain.
I'm a little confused. Sorry, I don't mean to be paranoid.
No. Deanna's a friend of mine, and she told me about the date that you went on and that you haven't gotten back to her. The thing is, Deanna really liked you. Did you like going on the date with her? Did she do something wrong?
The short story of it is she has no business going out with someone like me.
What?
What does that mean?
Whoa.
I was set up with her on a blind date.
Okay?
Okay.
I never met her before. I met her through mutual friends. So when I saw her, I was like knocked out.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
We're talking like at least a 9 out of 10, but in my book there are no 10s. Like they don't exist except in like Greek mythology or something.
She was like the closest thing to a 10.
So she's gorgeous.
When we were playing pool, like everybody in the bar was watching her play.
Right.
I mean, how could you not? I would have been one of those guys with their head turns, and I'm just standing here going, okay, it's kind of cool that I'm out with this girl, but people must have been wondering why the hell am I with her?
So you think that she's out of your league?
Oh my God, completely.
Let me ask you this. Is it more of a you think she's out of your league issue or a jealousy issue and you don't like other people looking at you? Because I know for me, if I was dating a girl who's out of my league and other guys are looking, I'm like, yeah, I'm that awesome. I get to take that home, you know? Which one was it?
It's not jealousy at all, man. It's the fact that I'm a normal-looking guy. She could be going out with some big, muscular guy who's a hedge fund dude. You know what I mean?
Nathan, do you have like some serious self-confidence issues? I mean, do you not believe that your personality is that awesome?
No, I just live in the real world.
All right. Nathan, I should let you know that Deanna is actually on the line listening.
She heard everything I just said?
Yeah. Deanna?
Yeah.
You have something to say to Nathan?
Yeah, I went out with a lot of jerks, and I just thought you were such a gentleman, and I even texted you, and you never texted me back. Your response really shocks me. I've never had a guy say that to me before.
Of course no one's ever done it before because you're gorgeous.
Yeah, but like, why are you so insecure?
I'm not insecure. I just feel like I just don't think I'm your type because of...
But isn't that for me to decide and not you? Like, it's so weird that you just made that decision for me.
Nathan, sounds to me like you need to shower with what I shower with, Old Spice swagger. You need a little more confidence there, buddy.
I want to shake Nathan right now. Nathan, dude, you're blowing it.
I agree.
Yeah. Can you tell her, like with some confidence, what you like about her?
I'm a normal-looking guy. Of course I like her.
That's what I like.
She's really nice. I'm sorry?
That's what I like.
Really? But look at us. We are so different. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you put us both in a room together, it just doesn't... It's not even about confidence. It's like, come on.
That's so crazy that you think that.
Did he make you laugh, Deanna?
Yeah.
See, Nathan, I found that if you can make a girl laugh, you can look like a troll and still land hot chicks. Hello. Case in point. So, that's all you really need is a good sense of humor, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, like, lighten up.
So, Nathan, even when she was trying to contact you and obviously was into you and interested in you, you just thought, no, not going to work.
Yeah, I thought it would just end badly. She would go find some other guy that was much more her type or ridiculously better looking, and then I would be just kicked to the curb.
Oh, my gosh, Nathan, you're killing me.
At the end of these, you always ask if you guys go out on a second date. We will pay for a second date. Nathan, did you want to try to go out with Deanna again?
Please.
You'll pay for a second date?
Yes, we'll pay for it.
Oh, my God. It's really nice.
Nathan, do you want to... Do me a favor. Go out with an incredibly hot girl and just enjoy yourself.
For free.
And stop thinking about how different you look than she does.
Oh, my gosh.
Deanna, don't take this the wrong way. I mean, I will go out with you on a second date, but don't expect anything great, down the road.
Wow, oh, my gosh, Nathan.
Deanna, do you want to go out with Nathan again?
This is just really unattractive, this lack of confidence.
Well, I kind of don't blame her, to be honest with you.
Deanna?
Yeah.
Well, then you got your answer. Thank you for your time. Nathan, you there?
Yes, I am.
Way to that one up. That's all I could say.
Seriously. Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Trevor, please?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, Trevor, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm good, I guess.
I'm calling because you recently went out on a date with a girl, and now you're not getting back to her. Would you mind talking to us about it?
Let's do it, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, you're down to do it.
It looks like you sound like a real passionate person.
Yeah. Do you have any guess as to who it would be?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, really?
What's the most recent date you've been out on? What's the girl's name?
He's thinking in his head, don't mess this up, don't mess this up.
I mean...
The girl that emailed us about you, her name is Jen.
Oh, yeah, Jen.
That's not who he was thinking of, by the
No,
way.
it wasn't at all. Yeah. But Jen is the one that wants to get in contact with you again because she said you haven't been calling her back since your date. She shared with us that on your date, she may have seemed a little high maintenance because she sent her food back a couple times.
Are you laughing?
Are you laughing?
Yeah.
So, okay, wait. Why the laughter, though?
I don't know what she told you. We went to dinner, and it probably took, I don't know, a half hour to find a table that we wanted. And when I say we, I mean...
Oh.
I don't mean...
So she told us that she sent the food back, but was she doing that thing too, like, oh no, I don't want to sit here, I want to sit there, asking the hostess to move you and stuff? It happens all the time, but it's the most annoying thing on the planet.
I mean, but maybe she was just nervous at the beginning of the date, Trevor.
So is that what happened?
I don't think she was nervous. I mean, first it was too close to the door, too cold. After that, we were too close to the kitchen because apparently she didn't want to know there was a kitchen making food somewhere in the restaurant.
You're right.
So we had to move. We eventually moved to an area that was basically closed. Like, the server had to come to another room to serve us.
No, that's the worst. As a former server, that is the worst.
And even that was like, she was like, yeah, I mean, this will work.
Oh, wow.
So ultimately, she was high maintenance.
High maintenance doesn't really begin to describe what Jen might be called.
So did you just take her back to your house because you wanted a piece? I mean, if you knew from the beginning you weren't going to like her.
Well, I had put in so much work already.
Yes! Attaboy.
Hey, you're here.
You are the biggest scumbag I have ever met in my entire life. You know that, right?
Hey, Trevor, forgot to tell you, Jen is actually on the other line listening to this entire conversation.
Oh, my God.
To clarify the table situation, who wants to sit in a cold area? That's number one. Number two, when you sit next to the kitchen, it's too loud. It's too much in and out, in and out. I was trying to get to know you, but apparently you're not worth it.
Well, it sounds like you still got to know him, though.
Oh, come on, you guys.
I don't think you need to clarify any more about why we moved. I'm pretty sure the wait staff could write an entire diatribe about what you wanted that night. I mean, the chef came out with the whatever canola oil that you were allegedly allergic to.
I have an allergy.
I'm sure you do.
Canola oil, I would have gotten sick. I would have been puffy. Okay?
Jen,
You don't want to be out with a puffy girl, do you?
Jen, you're making it really
Trevor?
hard to defend you.
Because I know what I like. Is that why I'm high maintenance?
You're not high maintenance. You are beyond high maintenance. You are high maintenance.
Because I know what I like. There was nothing wrong with me sending back my food or picking another table. Like, this is just the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I sat there staring at my food getting colder and colder and colder as you had a pleasant chat with a chef for a half hour.
You're exaggerating. It wasn't a half hour.
It was a half hour. And that was after the chef came out.
And you were a waste of a perfectly good Friday. Perfectly good. I could have been doing so many other things.
I feel like there's still some sexual tension here. Don't you guys feel it?
The fire.
Yeah.
It's chemistry.
I feel like the second date is going to be makeup sex.
Oh, man.
Well, it wasn't a waste of a Friday for me. I mean, by the end of the night, I was fine. I had a decent Friday.
At least one of us was fine. Just like the restaurant, I was completely unsatisfied.
I couldn't even possibly take offense to that. I don't know how anything could ever satisfy you.
And he's like, plus, I've heard it 1,000 times before. Whatever.
You guys.
All right, that being said, you guys...
You're a little boy. Of course you wouldn't know how to satisfy me. You're a little boy.
Okay, Jen.
I would love to send you guys out on a second date. We'll pay for it.
No, thank you.
She already knows the restaurant's going to suck.
Right,
Jubal.
I know.
And Trevor, stop lying to women to get in bed, you know?
He didn't lie.
Well, yeah, he said that he liked her and that he would call her later. That's lying, Jubal.
He lied after. He didn't lie to get her in bed. He lied after because he didn't want to get mauled. Trevor, so I'm assuming you don't want to go out with Jen again.
I mean, not if it involves dinner.
Oh,
She's like, if we could just skip to what happened after dinner, you're okay with that?
That's fine with me.
Jen, any interest in that? I'll pay for a hotel room. I got like $60. I can get a travel lodge or something.
No.
But Jen, take it as the one compliment that we've gotten out of this whole thing.
Yeah, the Yelp reviews about you, Jen, are going to be great.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What's the old adage about a woman scorned? Like a woman scorned is like really angry all the time. They get mad.
I don't.
Sounds like a proverb. It's so wise.
That's how it goes, right?
Yeah, they're obviously pregnant or something.
Yeah. I think that's it. A woman scorned
PMSing.
is obviously PMSing.
Yeah.
I just bring it up because the email that we got from the second dater today, Angela, she's pissed.
Really?
Right, Angela?
Yeah.
That's interesting because usually people are just confused.
Yeah, usually people call up and they're like, oh, he was so sweet and I want to find out why he won't go out with me again or why he won't get back to me because I really want to see him again. You don't really have any interest in seeing the dude that you went out with again, right? You just want to know what happened.
No, I have no interest in seeing him ever again. He's a scumbag.
Oh my God, what did this dude do? What's his name?
Jack.
Jack.
His name's
Ooh,
Jack.
That was said with hatred.
So,
Jack, yeah.
Okay.
How'd you meet Jack?
I met him at a bookstore, actually, and I was looking at cookbooks for idiots and, like, the dummy's guide kind of thing, and we started to make jokes about how we both couldn't cook. And you know how there's, like, a chemistry immediately when you meet somebody?
Yeah.
So before you hated him, you
liked
thought he
him.
might be a cool guy, right?
Yeah, no, I thought he was totally cool. He was, like, really laid back and, like, just cracking jokes.
Did he ask you out on a date?
We had this little email exchange, like, witty banter about, like, what crappy recipe we were going to make or, like, what recipe we were going to make and, like, burn or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cute.
So we started saying, like, how we should, like, cook together. I have a really nice kitchen, but I never use it. And I said, well, why don't you come over to my place and we'll make something together. We'll try to make something together.
Okay.
Nice.
This all sounds positive
Yeah,
so
I like
far.
it.
What a jerk.
Yeah. So
Now, what happened at dinner that made you so pissed off?
No, at dinner, he was a perfect gentleman. He was amazing. He, pulled out my chair and he, like, lit the candles and he all these compliments and I looked so beautiful and all this bullshit. Just so that he could sleep with me and then do the freaking old bang and bounce and like, never call me again.
Okay. Sounds like it may have worked out for him if that's really what happened.
I'm mad because I feel like an idiot. I feel totally freaking duped by this ass.
So you're mad because he hooked up with you, left, and never called you back, and you feel like he lied to you, and like he wanted more than
I
that.
feel like he lied to me. He did lie to me.
Yeah.
He totally lied to me.
did he make any promises to you that night that made you believe that this was the start of something more long term?
Yes. He made a reservation for our next dinner, so I thought for sure, I have this second date.
It's like he has pledged his love with a dinner reservation.
I mean, I can understand why you're upset, but I'm worried that because you're so upset, you've already called and left him a message where you read him the riot act.
Have you?
A little bit. I mean, I left him 2 angry voicemails.
Oh, man.
Because I just called the restaurant to see if he still had the reservation, and he didn't even call the restaurant to cancel the reservation.
So what if something happened to him? Like, have you ever thought of, like...
Oh, like what, he's in the hospital or something? I highly doubt it. I mean, come on. It's been a week and a half. He hasn't called me.
Listen, girls, we know men are dogs. No. Like, we know that's going to happen. You know that's the reason why. It couldn't possibly be anything else.
You know what? At this point, I hope he's dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you say you hope he's dead?
Is that what you just said?
Oh, wow.
So you just want us to call him and find out why he didn't call you back and why he felt the need to just basically use you like that.
Yeah, I think I deserve that.
Okay.
I feel like you need to take a deep breath.
Yeah. Well, we got to play a song, and then we'll come back and get your second date update. So you got about 3.5 minutes to kind of calm down a little bit, and then we'll call him, okay?
Okay.
Or hey, don't calm down. Just sit there for 3.5 minutes and let it stew even more.
Oh, God.
I'm okay with that as well. All right. Hang on, okay?
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Angela, you've had about 4 minutes to sit there and think about what you're going to say when we get Jack on the phone. Are you still as fired up before as you were when he just talked to you?
Actually, yeah, I'm actually more fired up. The more I think about it, he picks up the phone, like not seeing my number, I am going to be more pissed off.
All right.
Like, what a coward.
If people are just listening and just tuning into the second date update, Angela got kind of wine and dined by a dude. He ended up hooking up with her, leaving, and never called her back. And she's pissed off about it, and she doesn't even really care if she gets a second date. She just wants to know why he would do that to her. But you have to remember, Angela, when we call him, I need you to be quiet and wait so I can get the answer from him. I have the feeling with where you're at right now emotionally, as soon as he picks up, you're going to be like, you're a dick!
Yeah.
And Angela, you slept with him the first night. Do you regret that?
You have no idea. The bullshit that was coming out of his mouth, how he loved my body, how he'd never met someone he felt so connected to the first time he ever met.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to call him right now. But remember, wait.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Hello.
Hey, can I speak to Jack, please?
Yeah, this is Jack.
Hey, Jack, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. Have you heard of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
But why are you calling me?
Well, because you went on a date recently with a girl. Her name's Angela.
Yeah, I went on a date with her.
You met her at a bookstore. You had dinner and some dessert, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. How do you...
And listen, I know that she's called you and left you like a couple upset voicemails, but it's all good now. She's fine. She just is really curious as to why you would go over there and like hang out with her and then not call her back. That's all. And I said we'd call you and try to get an answer.
I went on a date with her. We had fun, and that was that. I mean, I wasn't looking.
That? Are you serious?
Do so.
Jack?
Do so, Angela.
Yeah?
You're an ass.
I guess it's no secret that Angela is on the phone with us.
She is?
She heard what you just said. Angela, you were supposed to wait until...
I'm saying I couldn't hold it. That was not that. There was no indication that this was like a night of like bang and bounce at all. Sorry, bro. No, that's not how it went down. Sorry.
I don't...
You have something to say for yourself?
Why are you guys having this crazy bitch on the line the entire time?
What?
Why didn't you guys just tell me?
Are you serious? Did you actually just call me that?
Well, you are. You couldn't tell. It was just...
You looked into my eyes and you told me you had never felt so connected to someone the first time you ever met them.
But that's
played
just
an
what you're
entirely
supposed to
different
do. That's what we do. That's what, I mean, it was a one-time
we
thing.
do?
And yeah, you are unique. Every woman is unique in their own way.
Oh, wow.
That's what we do? When you say we, do you mean like the royal ass? Is that what you mean?
Angela, just take a deep breath. I know you're really upset, but he's not even being able to understand what you're saying right now. So just calm down so that you can really honestly get your point across.
I just want to know what that was about. Like, why did it have to tell me all this bullshit?
I was bored. I was a little horny, and I thought you were too. So,
Oh, my God.
so we play the game because the game is fun. I thought that was understood.
Jack.
He's
At least
not even hiding it.
Hey, Jack, at least you're honest, man.
Wow.
Now?
I mean, come on. We met at a bookstore over cookbooks. Like,
So that's a perfectly legitimate place to meet someone. Like, you're trying to play this off like I'm the crazy one. You are the liar. You were the one who...
It was one date, though. We slept together once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
I've
I
gotta-
don't call you back, that's that.
I got to agree with Jack here. It's not like he strung you along for months. Like
Yeah.
he went on one date with you, and his ultimate goal was to do it, and he did it, and he's gone, and at least he's being honest.
What about the reservation?
Why does he have to lie to get her in
He
bed?
didn't lie.
Yes, he did.
No, he
told
didn't.
He told her that he has an amazing connection with her. Why doesn't he just say, this is really fun. I really like having this night with you.
It was fun, but it wasn't like, I want to marry you fun.
But you made her believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
you shouldn't
led
believe
her
that
down
after
the-
one date. I mean, that could go back on her, too.
No, don't lead her down that road. If you only want one night of fun, be honest with her.
Right.
I mean, Angela, you could have decided to wait and sleep with him, right?
No.
No, she couldn't. No, if a guy says something nice to you, you jump right in the sack. Every girl knows that.
That's not what I'm saying. There's a difference between something nice and honestly making someone believe and toying with their heart. And you know that difference, Jack. Do not tell me that you don't know the difference between being nice to the woman and toying with their emotions.
I know the difference. I know the difference. It's just maybe she didn't really know the difference.
You're just a dirtbag at your core, and you just go around lying to women.
I didn't want to make it weird and say, like, hey, maybe I'll call you. You know what I mean? Because that would kill my chances right away. I had to think about it. You know, give it a night to think about it.
Hey, at this point, I would love to offer you guys a second date.
Yeah.
We'll pay for it. Would you guys want to go out again, Jack? You interested in another enchanted night with Angela?
Really? She's crazy.
Yeah. Angela, would you like to go out with Jack again? We'll pay for it.
No, I never want to see that disgusting dirtbag ever again. No.
All right. Sounds like it's another successful second date match here on Moving 92.5.
Bringing people together.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
When you get emails in like this for a second date update, you can't help but respond. It says, Jubal, I met the love of my life. No. I can't let her walk away. I will always regret it. Please help me if it's the last thing you do.
What?
And, you know, I'm a man of the people. One of the top 5 celebrities in Seattle. I still don't have a sandwich named after me. That'd be nice. But I will help Andrew out, who sent that email. What's up, Andrew?
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's a little dramatic, I know, but I mean, when you meet the love of your life, it just like weighs heavily on you.
Okay, slow the fun truck down, Andrew.
I'm sorry. It's, you know, like, this has never happened to me. You know, like people talk about it all the time, but you know, when it happens, it's like, what? That never happened.
Wait. How do you know this person is the love of your life?
I mean, we were at a coffee shop, and I was sitting at this bar area, and this very cute girl in like this yellow dress kind of like sits across from me, and she's about to put on her headphones, and she's like playing music, so I hear a little bit of the song that's playing before she puts on her headphones, and it's fun. Tonight We Are Young, specifically, which is like my favorite song. It's like my anthem. Okay. You know? It like makes you want to like get up and like dance.
So you heard that she was listening to Fun.
Yeah. That's what I do. It's like my jam.
Andrew, it's a pretty popular song.
Yeah.
I know, but it's very rare that you're listening to the exact same song at the same time.
Okay.
Like when you go out into the world and you see somebody else wearing the same clothing you're wearing, like that's very rare.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
So what did you like about her so much?
She was just beautiful. You know, we had like the same interests. Her hair smelled like sunshine.
A sunshine smell.
I don't know.
All right.
Crazy.
You really have fallen for this chick after spending 2 hours with her over coffee.
I fell for her within spending like a minute and a half, man.
Whoa.
All
Has this ever happened to you before?
Like I've been in relationships where like after a month or two, I'm like, wow, I like this girl, but not this powerful.
Yeah, it is powerful. Man, I feel the power. So she responded and she was into what you were saying. She was into the lines you're feeding her.
We wound up talking for like 2 hours.
All right.
I was like, I have to take this somewhere else. So I was like, you know what? Let's get out of here. Let's get a drink. And she was like, well, we're in a coffee shop.
We're already getting a drink. I get it.
Let's get more.
So she's got great taste in music and witty. I like her already.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, you know, I actually have to run, but here's my number. And she crosses over to me and gives me a kiss on the cheek and then leaves.
So she kissed you on the cheek and then just walked out of your life forever.
We are in a Ryan Gosling movie right now.
Yeah.
So she left, and then you tried to get a hold of her to ask her out, and you haven't heard a response?
Well, she texted me once. Never picked up the phone, just texted me, and she was like, look, there's a great girl out there for you, but it's not me. So
you know that she's not into you then by that text, and you still want to call her?
What's the problem?
I mean, who talks to somebody for 2 hours, you know? I really believe that we have a future together, you know? Like, I see it in my head.
Andrew, did you tell her any of this?
I think that most women say that romance is dead, you know? And I think that a woman now wants to hear, like, look, I like you.
So did you say that to her?
I mean, I said I like you. I did not say I love you.
All right.
Okay, good. You're a little concerned.
Your lips may have said I like you, but your eyes said marriage and babies, and maybe that's what scared her a little bit. All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update.
Okay.
All right, hang on, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Andrew's on the phone with us. He met a girl named Beth at a coffee shop.
She was listening to the same song as he was on her headphones, and he knew it was love at first sight. He even said that her hair smelled like sunshine.
Come on, that's kind of cool. That's sweet.
Now, if people missed the first part of the second date update, at the end of your little exchange with her, which lasted about 2 hours, she kissed you on the cheek, gave you her phone number, and then left. And all you got from her was a text message saying you can find another girl.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Brooke seems to think that maybe she has a boyfriend. Lydia thinks that maybe she was just being nice and hanging out with you for a little while. You ready to give her a call and see what's up?
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If we can even get her on the phone.
Have you practiced your speech? Because I know you've been thinking about this, about how to win her heart.
No, you just speak from the heart.
Okay, because I love love. I'm just a little concerned there's more like spontaneous combustion instead of like a long glowing flame.
I will give you a tip, Andrew. If you're going to say your hair smells like something, make it something that actually has a scent.
Oh, I think sunshine
Like
smells
sunshine.
like
Never
something.
smelled sunshine then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never been like, that smells like sunray.
Yeah.
Never said that.
I didn't know sunshine had a smell, but apparently I'm the one that's weird here.
Duh.
All right. We're going to call her right now. I'll let you know when to talk to her once I get the answer out of her, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Beth, please?
This is?
Hi, Beth. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
Okay. How are you?
Better now that I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I wanted to call you to talk to you about somebody who you went on a date with recently.
Okay.
You went out with, well, I guess you didn't really go out with a guy named Andrew. You met a guy named Andrew at a coffee shop. You were listening to the same music. You ended up talking for a little while.
Oh.
You remember that? Okay. Andrew is a friend of the show, and he liked you a lot. He got your text message that said that he should find another girl, or there was another girl out there for him or something like that. But he's very interested in going out with you again. Is there a particular reason that you don't want to see Andrew?
I mean, I kind of just said what I wanted to say in that text message, actually.
Okay, but usually those things are kind of loaded. Like, there's a reason. He said that when you left after you met him, you kissed him on the cheek and gave him your phone number. To me, as a guy, I'd be like, oh yeah, this girl wants to go out again.
To be honest, like, I really liked hanging out with him, but I'm moving.
You're leaving?
Yeah, I'm actually moving to Australia in about 2 weeks.
Oh,
wow. Cool.
Yeah, sweet. Can we go?
Good for you. That's awesome. That you didn't tell him that in your 2-hour conversation?
No, I mean, it's kind of wrapped up in, like, I just am trying to kind of start over, and I'm honestly, like, I just got out of another relationship. I got divorced recently, and I didn't really want to talk about that with him.
Are you, like, embarrassed to tell him that you're moving, or what? How are you feeling about that?
I don't want to come off, like, egotistical, but, like, I could kind of tell how he felt about me, and I really liked hanging out with him, but I could tell, like, if I hung out with him more or, like, went on another date with him, it would be even worse for him when I did leave. But
Hey, Beth?
yeah?
At this point, I should tell you that Andrew is actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said.
What?
Say hi, Andrew.
This is embarrassing. I emailed these guys to try and call you because I just wanted to tell you that I had a really great time with you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's flattering that you would, like, go to the trouble of doing that.
I didn't know about Australia. I really think that if I let you leave, that I'll be losing somebody who I could possibly see myself spending my future with.
Oh.
Whoa.
I mean, I don't know really what to say to that. Like, I can't stay. I'm, like, going. It's not.
Of course.
Like, it's already all kind of planned out. I'm not going to stay in Seattle.
Of course. No, of course. But I mean, you have 2 weeks. that's practically a lifetime.
I think it would end up being harder if we saw each other again.
And if it was harder, wouldn't that be a good thing? If it was harder to leave?
Wow,
Beth,
no, I don't think. No, I mean, I don't want it to be. Also for you.
I think I know the real issue here, Beth.
Oh, wisdom from Jubal
Yep.
Flag.
You're moving to Australia in 2 weeks, and all you can think about is accents.
Hot,
Hot dudes with accents. We get it.
Come on.
Congrats.
I can provide action as well.
Yeah, that's right, Andrew.
Wait,
Beth, sometimes the timing is not right, but you have to make the time.
wait, Andrew, can we hear you do an Australian accent?
Good day, mate.
Yeah, he's pretty
There you
good,
go.
huh?
I don't know about sexy, but it was there.
Now try asking her out in your accent.
You want to go for a spin on the dance floor?
Oh, you're awesome at it. Nice.
Want to take a spin in the bed? That's too much. I don't want to hear you.
I mean, it makes it tempting, but
Beth, I have a feeling if you don't say yes to him, he will follow you to Australia.
Yeah, seriously.
And just show up one day.
I'm not throwing myself at you. I totally understand that I come on strong and that I feel like I became a better person when I met you. Like, I just was happy.
Just one date. We will pay for it. If you'll go out with Andrew again, Beth.
Come on.
He can't even stalk you. You'll be in Australia.
Either that, hey, Beth, if you don't go out with him again, I'm going to buy him a plane ticket to Australia.
Oh, God.
How about that?
I mean, I feel horrible, but I can't do it.
If the divorce is stopping you, I've been in horrible relationships before too, but that's what made this meeting so amazing, is that your smile lit up my face.
Aww.
I don't think I'm going to change my mind.
All right.
Oh.
I think, Beth, you won't go out with him again, but I think Brooke's about to leave her husband for him.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, is Amanda there?
You got her?
Hey, Amanda. How are you? This is going to be kind of a weird phone call. I'm just going to tell you that right away. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Excuse me?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on moving 92.5.
I'm kind of freaked out right now.
Like I told you, this is going to be a weird phone call. Do you remember being at the hospital and meeting a guy named Sam? Sam really liked you and would like to go out with you, but he hasn't heard from you, so he emailed us to ask if you would be interested in him.
I mean, I was stuck at the hospital waiting for my mom, yes, but I don't necessarily, see how that warrants phone calls back from this guy.
Okay, well, but he said that you guys hung out for, 6 hours and you had great conversation and he thought you hit it off. He thought you were both flirting.
When I first started talking to him, he was okay. He was a good listener, and it just seemed like, it was nice to have someone to talk to. But as time went on, he just got weirder and weirder and then, creepy.
What do you mean by creepy?
Making jokes out of ailments, knock, knock, who's there, HPV, and then nothing. Weird stuff.
That's one of my favorite jokes.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I get it. Even if you do think that's funny, it's just with me, he crossed the line when he brought up his grandmother. That's when it just got weird.
The grandmother that was in surgery.
Yeah. What he told me still gives me chills.
What?
What do you mean? What did he say to you?
We're talking about my mom, and he's talking about his grandma, and, hey, I hope your grandma makes it. And he said, if she makes it, she makes it, but it's okay if she doesn't.
What? Oh, my God.
Do you think he was obviously just joking?
I mean, I would hope to God he's joking, and I just, I was kind of gave like a to see if he'd laugh too, and he didn't. And then he went on to say, well, she's lived a good life, and she's prepared, she's saved, so she's rich, so I'll get a lot of money when she bites it.
Oh, no!
What? Okay.
Oh,
now,
my
Amanda,
God.
do you think that this guy just had a horrible sense of humor?
I hope to God it's just he has a really bad sense of humor, but after he said that, he wouldn't mind that his grandma died, he was going on and on about the money that he would get and how he'd spend it. He wanted to get
a moose head that had like a beer bottle opener in the mouth or something.
Okay. Now that sounds like an obvious joke to me, though. He's like, I'm going to take my dead grandma's money and buy a moose thing with a beer. I mean, that does sound like a joke to me.
I mean, to most people, it would sound like a joke, but if you were there, like the glimmer in his eyes, like, you know.
Yeah, and even if it is a joke, it's a really bad one.
All right, Amanda. Well, why don't we just ask Sam, because he's actually on the phone with us, too.
He's on the phone right now?
Yes, he is. He's been listening this whole time. Sam?
Yeah, I'm here. Amanda, I think it was pretty clear I was choking. I was just trying to lighten up the situation a little bit. We're sitting in a hospital, you know, waiting on some pretty serious news on both our relatives. Obviously, it was a complete joke.
Yeah.
Talking about death in a hospital when your grandmother is in surgery does not sound like an appropriate time to joke. So
I don't see what the big deal is. Everybody made it out okay.
Oh, God.
I like you, Sam. You know,
Yeah,
I think you're funny.
Or insensitive.
Come on, you knew I was
honestly,
joking.
I think I
You
need to get
laughed.
like a restraining order because this is weird, dude. You know, like it's like you're creeping on the phone too. You know, like you're creeping on the phone. You're like one of those guys that like puts a video camera in a dressing room.
Oh, come on. You know I'm not that dangerous a guy. I'm pretty harmless.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you talked to me for like 6 hours. She obviously wasn't so freaked out. I mean, she gave me her number.
I was just sitting there and you wouldn't leave me alone, so I was just like, give you my number so you could just go.
Yeah.
Sam, you say that you were making an obvious joke. Obviously, Amanda did not get that. Is there any way that you want to try to convince her that you're not the creep that she thinks you are?
Yeah, listen, we don't even have to go on a date, Amanda. Like, you could just come over to my grandmother's house. We could have dinner, just three of us. You know, just three of us hang out, and you could see that I'm actually like a really good guy. I love her. I would never wish ill upon her.
Sam, that's even creepier, dude. Just
Well, at least his grandma's rich, so you know you're having dinner in a mansion.
Amanda, do you want to go over to Sam's grandma's house?
No, he probably wants me to assist in her murder.
Sam, I was on your side till you went that route. Now I'm picturing you being at home and you are your own grandma. And she shows up and you just turn around in the chair like, come in and sit down.
I was honestly just trying to smooth this whole thing over. Just trying to have dinner with the three of us, you know? Me, Amanda, and my grandmother. Just blow this whole thing out of proportion.
I know what you're
weirder than it is.
Sam, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to show Amanda that, hey, look, you watch me and my grandma together, you'll see that I don't want her to die. But it's weird to ask somebody on a first date with your grandma.
Well, technically, it would be a second date. And normally, it's not a tactic I would ever use, but she thinks that I have some evil wishes, which is the farthest thing from the truth. I just wanted to prove her wrong.
Okay, Amanda?
Some women might find it sweet.
Some might. Amanda, would you like to go out with Sam again? We will pay for it, with or without the grandma. I'll pay for everybody.
I don't, because it'll try to make my skin into like a shirt or something. Like,
All right, there's no way that we can get you to go out with Sam again to prove that he's not a creep.
I would have to be drugged and tied up. Wait, he would probably like.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure Sam could hook you up.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right, I chose the email for today's second date update based solely off the subject line.
What was the subject line?
I almost did it with her. That's what it said. So, of course, you know that's going to get my attention, and I'm going to read your email. Thanks again for all the emails that come in for the second date updates. If you want one, you can email us at brookandjubal@movie925.com, and we will call the person that didn't call you back. Doug, what's up?
How's it going?
Good. Thank you for the well-titled email, by the way.
Thought that might catch your attention.
Yes,
I feel like you might be in advertising because you know how to sell things.
Yeah.
I feel like he may be in junior high because that's his maturity level. Come on, Doug.
Well, his email went on to say that he met a girl named Janice at the bar. What was it that first attracted you to her? Why did you decide to go talk to her?
Well, yeah, I'm not very good at that kind of thing, but we kind of met eyes, and she had a really pretty smile, and so I had a beer or two, had a little more courage, and just walked up to her and started talking.
After that, you guys went on a date, or that was your hangout night?
That was the hangout night. We sat there and talked and had a great time, had a lot in common, laughed. So, yeah, that was kind of the first night.
And then, so did you leave the bar with Janice?
Yes, left there after a few drinks and some great conversation and went back to my house.
And you obviously started kissing, making out because you almost did it.
Right. Yeah, no, it was going great. I mean, things got pretty crazy and hot and bothered, if you will. And so, but then that's when the problem arose.
What was the problem?
Well, stupidly, I didn't have any, I got the right equipment, protection.
Right. The right equipment. You were a woman? Okay, so you didn't have any protection with you.
Yeah. And so I told her, hey, look, just give me a few minutes. I'm going to run up the street, and I'll be right back, I promise. I'm so sorry about this, and it was embarrassing, but I thought, things were going so great. So I went to the store, and when I came back, she was gone.
Do you think maybe she just rethought it and was like, I'm not ready to do this with this dude yet?
I don't know if she, sobered up or I freaked her out or what, but I mean, I was like maybe 10 minutes, and yeah, she was gone.
Did you have her phone number? Did you try to call her that night?
Oh, yeah, I've been calling and texting her ever since with no response.
Doug, can I ask, do you sleep with a lot of girls on the first date?
No, I don't.
Can we also establish it wasn't a date? They were at a bar and they hooked up.
It was all the makings of a one-night stand.
Yeah. How much did you call and text her? Because it sounds like a lot.
That night it was a little too much because I was kind of freaked out, like she just disappeared, and I wanted to make sure she was okay.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying, once or twice a day with a call or a text, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it could have just been too much for her. You just met her that night, and maybe she doesn't do that often, and then she kind of sobered up and was like, I got to get out of here before he gets back.
Yeah, I hope it was just that, not like I was bad or something.
But you've heard no response from her, huh?
Nothing, no.
Okay. And you liked her enough that you want to have us call her back.
Yeah, I'd really like to figure out what went wrong. I was hoping you guys could help me out, at least get some, if anything, closure, and if there was something I could fix, maybe, another date.
What's the worst thing she could tell you?
Oh, God. That there just wasn't enough there to make it worth her time.
Maybe that's it, yeah. She got a preview, and you're like, I got to go to the store. And she's like, thank goodness. I can't wait to get out of here. All right. Well, I kind of hope that happens, too. Not,
yeah, I know.
Doug, I like you, but I just think it'd be funny to hear.
So good.
We're going to call her right after this song and get your second date update, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, hold on, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Now, Brooke, you keep saying that Doug didn't actually go on a date with Janice, the girl that he met at a bar, then went back to his place and almost did it.
Yeah. No, that's not a date.
That's an unplanned date.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think that's an unplanned
Yeah,
date.
it's two people hanging out with each other, spending time.
It's a hookup.
Doug, do you think that that's an unplanned date is what I'd like to call it?
Yeah, I would definitely call it a date. I mean, as long as we talked and learned about each other, I mean, that seemed like a first date to me.
What do you call a one-night stand then, Doug?
I would call it very lucky in my case.
I like Doug.
Now, Doug had to run to the store in the middle of his unplanned date to get some protection. And when he came back, Janice was gone. So we're going to call Janice right now and see if we can get her on the phone and ask her why she left. Doug, are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
You know, all of Seattle could be finding out that you got a small
Thanks for reminding me.
All right, just making sure we're on the same page, Doug.
All right, Doug. I'm going to call her right now.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, is Janice in?
Yes, this is.
Janice, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Are you familiar with our morning show?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. No, that's fine. I'm a little offended, but I'll get over it. We're calling you because we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go on a date with someone and don't call them back, that person emails us to call you and ask why.
Okay.
So you went on a date with somebody. You remember Doug?
Kind of.
Well, Doug has been trying to get a hold of you because he'd love to take you out again, but you're not getting back to him, so he wanted to know why.
It just didn't really work out. I mean, I was really drunk that night, and, when I finally sobered up, I just wasn't really into it.
Do you mean you had beer goggles and you don't think he was really cute, or you're just embarrassed by the situation?
I guess just the more I found out about him personally, I just wasn't really into it anymore.
What did you find out about him personally?
I'm only telling you because I think for other women out there, they should also be aware of this.
Okay.
I started looking around his apartment.
Right.
And I opened up his closet, and inside there was a whole bunch of leather S&M paraphernalia.
Whoa!
Wow.
I was really scared you were going to say dead body, so I'm just relieved.
Oh my God.
Janice, Doug is actually on the phone with us right now and just heard what you said.
I can't believe you went through my closet and looked through things.
What? Maybe you shouldn't have put all that leather stuff in there. Maybe you should put that in your dungeon.
That is not what you think it is.
What, that you're not a psycho that's into S&M, tying women up and beating them up?
I barely have sex. We didn't even have sex. I'm in this club. It's this medieval reenactment club, kind of like Civil War clubs, but it's medieval times. That's all part of the stuff I wear. I dress up as King Arthur on the weekends. We reenact certain things. It has nothing to do with sex. I wouldn't have any idea how to use that stuff in sex.
So you're a Renaissance fair dude, Doug?
It's kind of that, yeah.
That's not gonna help in the lady department at all, and that's probably gonna make it worse for Janice. You should have just stayed with the S&M. I'm just kidding, dude. Janice, do you believe what Doug says, that stuff wasn't weird bondage material?
Not really.
Janice, if you think about it, Doug didn't have a store of condoms at his place. He actually had to run out and get protection. Does that tell you that maybe he doesn't have sex all the time?
Well, maybe it's because he just ties up his victims.
Yeah.
Or just used all of them.
I'm with Janice on this one. I think it's smart. If you're going home with a dude that you don't know at all, you better find something out about him before you get naked.
No, because if you're out looking through his place, you're looking for something to ruin it.
But are we talking whips and like a ball and gag thing, or are we talking like leather chaps,
Yes.
Janice?
No, there were tons of leather inside. There were different boxes. It was all organized. Like, he goes in there a lot.
I will say this. I used to work with a dude who was into Renaissance fairs, and those guys are very organized about their material. Like, they really are. They love that stuff.
Why do you believe Doug over Janice? I don't understand.
Because I just think that maybe Doug is into Renaissance fairs and has it. Janice hasn't really explained to me exactly what it was. I mean, how do you know that it's sexual in nature just because it's some leather stuff hanging up?
Because there were whips, and there was like a gag ball. I don't know a lot about this stuff. I'm just saying it just looked like...
The whips I could see being in a Renaissance fair.
Mm-hmm.
A ball gag, not so much. Doug, you want to explain that?
It's not a ball gag. It's like for keeping prisoners in this mock fight thing that we do, and it's not sexual at all. I mean, I keep it organized because some of it's very expensive, and then, and it's just for my own, enjoyment as a hobby. I would never even bring that stuff out. I wouldn't even know how to use it in a bed.
That's just gross.
So...
I'm with Janice.
None of you guys believe Doug that it was Renaissance
I
fair
believe
stuff.
him.
No way.
Because I'm a nerd, and I know there's people out there with all kinds of hobbies.
Mhm.
Come on. Like, I think you should give him a chance.
Yeah, like all kinds of hobbies, like tying girls up in a dungeon.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Isabella, please?
Yes, speaking.
How are you?
I'm good. Who is this?
My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
I'm sorry?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on the radio station Moving 92.5. Have you heard of us by any chance?
Yeah, I have. What is this about?
This is about the fact that you recently went on a date with one of our listeners. His name is Ethan. You met him at an art gallery and spent the whole day with him. I take it from that little giggle you remember Ethan.
Yeah, of course, Ethan.
He emailed us because apparently he's been trying to call you to get a second date, but you won't respond to him. Did you not like him? Were you just busy?
No. Ethan, he's a really, really special guy. That was a great, I don't know if you want to call it a date, but it was a great experience that I had with him.
Did you not want to see him again? Is there a reason that you're not calling him back? Because it sounds to me like you had a decent time.
We had a great time. It's not that, though. It's just, I think he's a little naive for me.
Naive?
What?
A little too naive, yes.
Is it because he's a nice dude?
No. I do appreciate nice guys. It wasn't because he was nice. It was just we were talking for a little bit, and then we went for a walk. I felt like he was so in awe of the whole thing that
he believes more in like in love at first sight and like heated passion and.
Did you feel like you were out with like some kid who has a vision of love and
sort of
magic? Okay.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm sure it was genuine, but that love at first sight gimmick is exactly what it is, a gimmick. It's not real. It's not realistic. I've never seen any long-lasting relationships start with, I met this person and it was love at first sight.
I've met people like that, and I've been on dates with people who are like that, and the whole time you're thinking, like, is this even really you, or are you faking it right now?
I felt like we were kind of reliving some sort of fairy tale. I know it sounds so cheesy, but I just think he has this view of how it should be, and I don't agree with it. I hope he can make it into a reality. I hope there is a girl out there for him that can deliver that for him. I just know I'm not that girl.
Let me ask you, if you could tell anything to Ethan, if you could give him any advice on how to date, what would you say to him?
I would just say maybe take it down a notch and just show your real self.
Interesting. Now, I want you to actually say that to Ethan, because Ethan's on the other line with us and has been listening to what you just said.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hi, Isabella. How are you? Good to hear from you.
Oh, hi, Ethan. How are you?
I do believe in romance and fairy tales, but I'm not the guy that thinks it happens with everyone. And it's never happened with me like it happened with you. I mean, just listening to you talk, there's a reason why those stories and movies exist. And out of all the people I could have met that day, I met you, and we had an unbelievable connection.
All right, Isabella, I'm kind of getting what you're talking about now. Ethan, it sounds like you're reading a script from a movie.
It's genuine. I can't help. I'm smiling here, even though I heard that, it didn't go the way she wanted to. I guess I could be more jaded and cynical, but
No.
Worst case scenario is about. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but at the very least, we owe it to ourselves to see where this goes.
I'm not trying to be cynical. I just feel like we can never live up to that first date, and I feel like I feel like I'm just gonna ruin any expectations you had.
Don't worry about
you know what
me.
I mean?
I would rather make an effort of it than wonder what could have been. I don't want to be 20 years from now. I'm still wondering about Isabella, who I had a magical day with, and what could have been.
Is that what you're looking for? A magical relationship? Is that what you want? Because if that's what you want, it's not realistic, and I can't give that to you.
No, I'm not. I don't think we're going to get married in Vegas in a week from now. I just think when you have a connection with somebody, that you want to explore it. I'm not looking for a perfect life with no fights or anything like that. But I will tell you, we seem to be real similar people, and just had a connection that I don't know that I've felt very often in my life.
It was very special, but
Isabella, a lot of relationships, I don't know how many you've been in, but they start off wonderful like that, and then they get to normal and everyday mundane stuff. So don't worry. If you go out with them a few more times, you'll probably get there. You'll get to the, romance is dead, it's kind of boring, I mean, you're going to get to that point eventually.
But I don't want to ruin it for him. I think that's what he wants.
Don't worry about me. Listen to him. Jubal makes sense. Don't worry about it ruining me for anything. It's just, let's go out and have some fun.
Yeah, you guys can.
We'll get boring shortly.
It could be the best of both worlds. He can have his romance. You can have your hatred toward the whole thing. And you both can get along. Just give it one more shot. That's all Ethan wants. I will pay for a second date, Isabella, if you'll go out with Ethan one more time.
There it is.
All right, fine.
You'll
I'll
do it?
One more try. I'll do it.
Yes! A successful second date.
Yes!
But I promise I'll make it as normal and as boring as I possibly can. Thank you, guys.
Isabella, I just want to challenge you when you go on your second date. Just give love a little bit of a chance. You'll see that you and Ethan can go out for dinner.
This is so ridiculous.
And bite into a lifetime of wonderful memories. Is that doing anything for you, Isabella?
No.
Moving